Let's get good. I am the gamer under development, and this is Endless Space 2. We are playing as the virtual saints, the Vodyani, and this is our test run through of patch 1.4.21, and so far we are killing it. So much essence, guys, so much essence. Alright, so we're going to start by going down our notification list here on the side. Quest analysis of Gemini 4 got us some Hyperium. Excellent. Let's see if we can do anything more with that right now. We cannot. That's okay. We have one more scan down to do on Gemini to finish scanning it down, and then we'll be able to send this scanner unit somewhere else to finish off scanning. I think we'll probably move them up towards, where do we want them to go? Canis has something to be scanned. I think we already have another scanner up here though. I don't know. We'll probably send that scanner over to Canis because we want to know what's up there, because Canis does have some very, very nice luxury resources in the Endless Foundries and the Voidstone, as well as some Quadronics, which we haven't found access to yet. It is a smaller system, which is unfortunate, but for those resources, I think we might consider it. Although realistically, Mikre is the next goal for us to colonize, because it does have deciduous trees, it does have antimatter, and it has 4 planets. I trip over my tongue sometimes, guys. It's because I record early in the morning. Sorry about that. Let's see. Got all the laws that we want to have going. Actually, I want to look at this real quick and make sure that there's not a more advanced law available to us. Admit and improve is available, but we really need the happiness from Saints and Sinners. And species stability is giving us some really, really nice essence. Although, honestly, now might be the time to replace species stability, because we're generating so much essence that it doesn't really matter, I feel like. That would cost us 50 per turn. Let's try that. Let's try dropping species stability for a turn and turning on admit and improve. Let's really juice up our heroes. We're still generating 1100 essence per turn. That did go down significantly, so maybe we do switch back. We'll see. Second Vengeful is ready to do things, but we already did things with Second Vengeful, so they don't have any probes left. That's fine. This shuttle right here, we're probably just gonna sell. Really don't have much use for it at this point. Hey, Dmitry Lenko has leveled again. He's leveling pretty much every turn, which is amazing. That's what we want. We want him jumping straight through the skill tree. If we get him up to the Joy Initiative, it'll basically just make one of our systems happy all the time, which is 100. So we're gonna get there very soon, hopefully. Population growth on Gemini. Gemini is our newest system, so we do want to make sure we do some more population growth there, which is what we're doing. Okay. Already set. Godeye has leveled up. What do you want, Godeye? Let's see. Some additional happiness here is definitely an option. Where is Godeye located? He's on Wrath, right? Yes. So what does Wrath's happiness look like right now? They're ecstatic. They don't need extra happiness. That still doesn't mean that happiness isn't the right skill for him. We could put him on another system that does need happiness to bring their happiness up. At the same time, though, we're really, really using him to pump that production on Wrath. What kind of deposits are there on Wrath? Ooh, look at that. Yeah, there are some good deposits there. Although it's primarily Hyperium. No, deposit value on resource deposits. It does not say on strategic resources specifically. So what I'm curious about is whether or not this will actually increase the luxury resources for us. So let's see what our luxuries are there. They're 3 and 6 currently. So we're going to put 2 levels into this and see if we get a little bit more from those luxury resources. Because, oh, yes we do. Yes we do. Okay, that makes that... Sorry about that, guys. Our dog is going nuts in the background. That makes that excellent, though. We do get some very, very nice luxury resource gains from that. Nair is doing what? Nair is free to build whatever Nair wants to build. Nair, one of our more developed systems, it is filled with sciencey planets though, so going science to... Whoa. Where'd it go? Okay, there it is. So going science stuff with them isn't a bad idea. The problem is they're not happy, so the optics research labs won't do anything. Predictive logistics is never a bad thing to have. Same with Pulvis production, so we'll get both of those. And then we'll start building these defensive improvements. I usually leave those for last, or if there's somebody attacking, basically. But sometimes that can be too long to wait. So we're not going to make that a thing right now. Instead, we're just going to get those out while we can. And that should be absolutely fine. Hyperium Magnetics is completed, which gives us access to Hyperium laser weapons, which is great because we get huge, huge bonuses to lasers and beams. I think it's time to start mixing some beams in with our lasers just for a range perspective. Because lasers are really, really strong at medium, but having some beams in there makes us stronger at all ranges. The only difference with beams is that they have less damage overall because they cover such a great range. That being said, that additional range, considering our damage bonuses for our faction hero, may make them just better overall. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Behemoth weaponization on the queue. So are these other two technologies that will unlock bigger classes of ships for us. Everything seems to be well in order. Let's move the people that have not moved and see what's going on with the people that are waiting. Got an invasion fleet here waiting. Got a cardboard fleet here waiting. It might have been better to stop our cardboard fleet on one of these systems to heal them up, but while they're in neutral systems, they may heal. I don't think they do, though. Either way, we're converting these fleets, or rather converging these two fleets, so we should probably wait until they're all together. Yeah, here comes that other fleet. Once we get them all together, we're gonna move in and just start leeching the heck out of Gaina, and then invading, potentially. These guys are one turn from getting an outpost, and I don't know how, because we basically should be preventing that from happening. I wonder how quickly we could get this fleet over there. Would it be one turn? It would not. Okay, that's sad. So they may end up getting Pavo, which is kind of annoying because there is super spuds there we would have liked to have had. That's okay though. That's a problem that we can deal with later if we need to. I mean, right now we're just happy that we're about to converge these fleets and start wrecking in on Gaina. Realistically, there's not a whole lot of systems over here we'd like to take. Gaina's pretty nice. I would like to get Wyrix eventually, but Pavo's not something I'm really worried about. It just surprises me that they're able to colonize through the fact that we are sieging them. Normally that will at least stop their colonization efforts. They must be generating enough manpower that the -2 manpower per turn isn't really doing anything. At least that's what I suspect. Invasion fleets would take 4 turns to get there, otherwise those would be great. You know what we may try though? Actually, I have an idea. No, it'll take too long. Even if we buy something out, it'll be done next turn, which is supposedly when they're getting that colony. So there may be nothing we can do about it except for send leechers over there to leech the heck out of the planet. Which is fine, we can do that. We don't really need to start trouble with the Riftborn while we're going after the Lumeris. So let's check around to see who else is unoccupied. You just need to sleep until you get another probe. You guys are fine just defending. And who else is left? Our invasion fleet, you guys just need to sleep for a turn. Alright, ready to go. Trying to get faster with our turns here, guys, but also not rush it so that we make mistakes. It does become more complex as time goes on in the game. You have more stuff to do. Uh-oh, hostile trace was detected. Oh yeah, we're fine. We're fine. This hack will finish well before they get back to Nihal. That being said, it does actually make sense for us to potentially start... We still have a backdoor on Mikre, it looks like, and that might be unintentional. That doesn't seem like something that is supposed to happen necessarily. Oh, we are out on bandwidth. We have defensive programs running everywhere but Nihal, so that's why Nihal doesn't have one, and we are out of bandwidth. Okay. I was just gonna throw one on Nihal. Congratulations, you have achieved this legendary deed. We are the first to build Itter because we are the first to build pretty much everything this time. Do you think you can trespass so fragrantly? Are you guys complaining because we're on the new system you just formed?
Force this down your throat.
Okay, cool. You redid your bureaucratic imbroglio. Good job, buddy. You want an alliance? I mean, I'm okay with that. It's good to have friends when you have enemies. Sure thing. Sure thing. Woot, and we found a minor civilization because of that. That's actually excellent because we need to get one. And I'm just honestly gonna dump a ton of influence into getting this minor faction raised up as quickly as we possibly can because we need one to complete our quest. The Alliance Pyrrhan Aggressive Treaty or Defense Treaty has been created. That is us and the Riftborn. The Academy has been discovered. Oh boy. Discovered the planet of Vale. Discovered the planet of Sahar. Discovered the Vanguard, home of Epsilon. Okay. We are finding all the things right now, guys. Diplomatic exchange canceled. The context of your diplomatic exchange is no longer valid. Oh, okay. They're not mad about us being in their system anymore. You're gonna have to deepen the war chest to take care of multiple fronts. Let me be clear. You done, Queen Thick. We love you, but you done now. Okay. In fact, done. You don't call on, we don't call on you without good reason, but now we seek the help of our allies for war. Okay. You seem eager to spill the blood of your soldiers. We are eager to help you do so. You are already at war with a third party. You can attack this empire in your territory and neutral areas only. I mean, whatever. We're not gonna start any trouble with the Hisho right now. We don't really need that. We will fight with the Lumeris though, which looks like why the Riftborn wanted an alliance is because they're at war with the Lumeris. That would be my guess right now. Okay. All the discoveries. Sorry guys, trying to work our way through all these notifications. I was like, we're gonna make the turns faster, and then the game was like, hey, take this peace treaty, and bam! Okay, now access to Dark Glitter, Blue Cap Mold. Oi. This is the one that matters right here. This is the one that matters. In fact, I might do one more praise, honestly. Yeah. Yeah, let's do one more praise. We want that building as fast as we possibly can. The bottom line is we need to convert a minor faction if we want to move on with our faction quest, and we do want to do that. Dmitry Lenko levels again. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Him leveling every turn is a thing of true and utter beauty. We could get public relations expert here, which isn't a terrible idea. It does give us a lot of extra influence, which could help us with converting that minor. However, he is a great production hero, so it almost makes more sense just to focus on the production stuff, I feel like. You know what, though? I'm gonna go with... That is a really tough choice. Additional science wouldn't be bad either. I think I'm gonna go with production, though. Production is kind of always king in a lot of ways. Like, it does just mean that systems do things faster, which is really important. Gemini looks to be capped out on population, which is great. We should be moving them up to level 2 now, so that we can give them even more population. Beautiful. Speaking of, we should be looking at setting up our level 3 modernization, which will mean making sure we have enough of a second luxury resource, which we should have. Like, if we go look, we should have plenty. I think we had plenty of Voidstone, actually. Hey, look at that. We got even more CP. Just beautiful. And I gotta say, the changes to the CP and the way they unlock are amazing, because the game now has like this beautiful gradual CP curve that I find just phenomenal, guys. Absolutely phenomenal. Okay, Vodyani pop. Behemoth weaponization is done. Now we have enhanced Behemoth holes that unlock a large weapon slot and additional small slots for military behemoths. I changed my pronunciation of Behemoth here and there, don't mind that. Tractor beam is unlocked as well, and we're working on our other holes here. Latest political survey says we are heavily, heavily religious. That's what we want. We love that. All about that religion. Okay. Fleets converge? Almost. Almost. They're so close, guys. They're so close. Our Leecher and Invasion fleets we can honestly merge. I think that's fine. They're basically the same type of fleets. They just don't do combat. And then we have a scanner ship that is over here now, and I can't remember why we were sending them. Are you for real right now? Are you for real? Okay. Okay, that is a horribly, horribly bad mistake, what you're doing, but you do you, homie. You do you. Nair is basically done producing stuff, so let's just kill whoever that is. Put a cheap heat in queue. We're gonna take care of this ship that's over here trying to siege Columba, because that's just not very smart. And then we'll send this other Leecher down here to join the rest of these fleets. He does have one gun, so he's like the weirdest Leecher ever. Ooh, what be this? Click to create an attack request. Oh, okay. I haven't actually used alliances. Are not something I do a lot, guys. I really don't end up in alliances a lot, because for some reason the AI usually isn't interested in them. But in this case, they seem very, very interested, and we are very interested in the Phaeton there. Oof. Pirates are big, and they're in good planets in their empire. Like, we would really like to get on Gistrad right there. Oh wow, and they've created an attack request here. So maybe what we'll do is once our fleet forms up, we'll go ahead and attack over there. Whoa, look at that. They've got two time anomalies on Oshii and Mizar. Oshii being the capital of the Lumeris. That's crazy. They are full on at war with the Lumeris, and we just got kind of dragged into it. I don't mind. I think we're gonna be fine, but yeah, that's crazy. In fact, we are ready to build another arc. That's how fine we are. Where are we gonna build it, though? Honestly, we could go for Canis now, or we could go for Mikre. Let's look at the planet mix on Mikre. Planet mix-wise, we do have some very, very nice anomalies here. This gas frozen isn't something I'm super excited about, but the antimatter here, the deciduous trees, and these wonderful little gutted pirate lair anomalies that we've got there are really, really nice. So I think we will go there. Obviously, we're not going to want to produce that on Nair for reasons. We may want to produce it here. The nice thing of producing it there is that we won't need to put a bunch of speed boosts on the arc this time. We'll just be able to basically leave it essence. I mean, maybe 1 speed boost? Maybe? Yeah, we'll do 1. 1 would give us 6 movement. Oh, apply the design. If 6 movement doesn't get us from Columba to Mikre in 1 turn, let's see how much movement this guy has. He has 8. But he's only got 1 left, and it's going to take him 2 turns. I think each of those dots represents a movement, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 should get us to Mikre in 1 turn. If we wanted to be careful, we could put 1 more engine on the arc just to be safe, and I think we will do that. Although this engine also gives plus 25% movement based on points spent, so we're going to actually just leave that 1. I think that'll be fine. Come in here and throw that arc in queue right at the top. That'll be done in 1 turn, which is amazing. It'll be straight to Mikre, and then we'll be able to grow the population on Gemini and Mikre next turn when both of those arcs are settled. This is going to be phenomenal, guys. We're just scaling out really, really well here. Our score still isn't the highest, but we are higher than the Katasume now, which is nice. You know, we're pulling up on whatever the Unknown Red Empire is. It's surprising to me that our score is as low as it is, because we're really, really well scaled out. I mean, not only are we really well scaled out, but if we take a look at our population right now, we are getting an additional plus 5% FIDs on all of our population, and we're well on our way to that 50. So I don't know. I don't think that the score is necessarily the most accurate thing all the time. This will be the last system we can get without system expansion disapproval, though, so we should potentially be looking at text to mitigate that. Things like the booster program here. Honestly, happiness text will also do it, but we're not really heading that direction. Happiness texts are not something we're pushing on super hard right now. Alright, so this little scout is left to do basically nothing on this side of the galaxy. I think we brought him over primarily just to look at that last planet on Mikre. Let's go ahead and send him... Wow. There's just like nothing for that guy over here. Just nothing. Let's send him over here to Phaeton. Maybe he can go make some friends. It's going to take him about 9 turns to get there, so he's basically gone forever. Alright. These guys are just waiting a turn until our combat fleets converge. Looks good. Looks very good. Getting over here to help the Riftborn out with that attack is something that I'm not sure we're going to prioritize, since it honestly makes more sense for us to attack them on the other side. Oh, we don't have enough super spuds. Okay, we need more spuds, guys. We need more spuds. Let's go to... Oh, hello. Another hero is available. Okay, so we have an Overseer available, a Counselor available, and a Seeker available. Now, I want to go ahead and look at, once again, their faction-specific abilities. Ooh, that's pretty nice. I actually really like that. We could potentially go with this guy for that main ability. This is more of a fleet commander, which isn't a bad idea. I mean, we are getting to the point where we may have multiple fleets, so having another fleet commander could actually be very, very good. Although it's a counselor. So, I mean, a counselor's not really a great fleet commander, I guess, if you think about it. Seeker here. Seekers are wonderful. They give us lots and lots of movement, which is great. There's also the Vodyani built-in movement right there. So this would be a better military commander if that was the route to go. However, I feel like we're going to get more out of having more governors. I don't feel like we need multiple military commanders as much as having multiple governors will help us out. So we're going to go ahead and go with this guy, I think, mainly because of that bonus right there being very, very strong for us. But I guess we should probably take a look at what else he has. A flat plus 30 production on system is not bad either. I don't know. So he's really strong, but at the same time, if we get her, she is a counselor and she's a militarist. Her being a militarist means that any of her on-Senate abilities may end up applying. And she also has access to the Joy Initiative over here, which will be very, very useful for maintaining happiness on some of our low happiness systems. I could go either way. I think we'll go... This is such a tough call, guys. Such a tough call. I think we're going to go with her to help with happiness, especially since we're reaching our expansion limit. That being the case, let's go look at our systems that have the lowest happiness and assign her to one of them. You're going right there. Good job. Wow, they're happy already, which is great. That's actually really awesome. Cooperative quest started. Preserve the Academy. The Academy and the heroes who refine their skills there can turn the tides of battle and vastly enrich systems. It is not surprising, therefore, that all civilizations in this galaxy secretly desire insight into and control over that powerful establishment. There are also, however, some peoples for whom the Academy is an insult and an abomination. Chief among these are the hardline conservatives of the Vodyani. For it is said that the leader of the Academy has an ancient religious dispute with them. These rumors appear to be true, as splinter fleets of Vodyani extremists are appearing around the galaxy to come together and attack the Academy. If they succeed, the place and its founder are likely to be destroyed and its secrets lost. Protect the Academy by destroying the rogue Vodyani fleets. In 10 turns, clear the galaxy of Vodyani rebels. Where are they going to be at? So typically with this quest, they sort of bounce around. They're kind of all over the place. So we're going to pin that so that we can potentially find them easier. And this is where it gets really interesting, right? Because it is Vodyani rogues that are doing this, essentially, but we don't want the Academy gone. We like the Academy. We're very, very fond of the Academy. Ooh, shield wall battle tactic. That's something for us to potentially look at. Oh, you guys want a science agreement? Absolutely. Absolutely. We will work with you in whatever capacity we can. Okay, so Vodyani hero is ready to level up a little bit. Let's get some extra dust since this is going to be a governor hero. Additional food, once again, doesn't seem super vital for the Vodyani. However, the additional production and food given from this one is actually a little more useful in my opinion, because we do actually get additional production there. She also gives minus 5% ship cost, which is really, really nice. That being said, we want to remember to jump over here to the market and pick up some more super spuds, as well as checking our luxury resources to see what we are generating good quantities of. It looks like we are now generating super spuds, but obviously we don't want to use those for modernizations. Voidstone we're absolutely good with using for modernizations, and deciduous trees we're currently getting 6 of, which isn't quite enough to assign them to a level 2. Like, if we do this, that's 60 of them per system. That's a lot. 32 of the Voidstones. So I think this is a good overall way to do this, but I think we need to get some more deciduous trees before we do that. And I think that Mikre has a very nice stock. It has +3, yeah, that's excellent. Pavo has +3, which doesn't really help us, but was something to consider. I thought there was one over here that had like +6 that we were really, really interested in. I could be wrong though. It's probably just the +3 from Mikre. That's okay though. We'll get that +3. Everything will be great. Before we do that though, we do want to pick up the difference in super spuds that we need to boost our population. So we need about 5 of those off the market. Super spuds, where you at? There's only 2. Why is there only 2? Okay, so now we are gonna get by with a little help from our friends.
Tell me why you're here.
Tell me y'all got some super spuds for me. We need like 3 of these. That's all we need, guys. Just 3. And I'll tell you what, I'll give you a really nice deal. I'll give you 300 dust for 3 super spuds. How about that? No? No? Okay. Okay, you're playing hardball here. How about 600? How about 600? Wow, you guys are just not joking around. How about 3K? I will give you 3K. Y'all are killing me here. Y'all are killing me here. Come on. A trade agreement? No? Okay, no trade agreements. They are very, very committed to holding on to their super spuds. What if we gave you some Hyperium, huh? How about 25 Hyperium? No? Is there anything? Is there anything? We couldn't find terms that are equitable for both parties. Wow. You guys realize we're supposed to be allies now, right? Just throwing that out there. They are reserved. Let's see if we can get some off of them. We just need 3, guys. We just need 3. You willing to trade 3 with us? No, you're not. Okay. So we're not going to be able to get those super spuds. We're basically going to have to generate them if we want more, because nobody wants to trade right now, which is fine. Wrath has been hacked. No immediate repercussions from that, but yeah, that's a problem. That is the choir. We know the choir is doing things. Honestly, it might make sense to go to Wrath and have them start rooting out spies. Minus 25% happiness. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get rid of sleepers real quick. The event in memory of has come to an end. That's why our influence is suddenly creeping down. So it may be a good idea to remove admit and improve again and go back to our previous law. That'll give us a little more essence and potentially save us some influence as well. Yeah, we're still going to be -10 influence if we take this. Make love not war. That gives us happiness per alliance. We do have some happiness right now, or some alliances right now. So that could actually be really nice for boosting our overall happiness. Everyone's pretty happy already, but I mean, it wouldn't hurt to take it that much higher. Let's see exactly how much that costs though. That would be 54 per turn. That's a little too expensive. Oh, that's tough. I'm going to go for species stability here. It's still going to put us at a negative of 10, but we'll have to find ways to increase our influence to counter that. Still not a big deal. A big part of why that's giving us a negative, I believe, is because we're not generating the plus... Well, I mean, we are generating the plus 5% Fidzy, but I think we were doubling that when we had Super Spuds active. So that's another thing that's sort of affecting that. Dmitry Lenko, your system, if I recall, is not happy at all. Yeah, you guys are content. You're content. We want you to be happy. Dmitry, make them happy. Oh, but we're working up to Joy Initiative, so taking this would actually be kind of a waste. That's why we didn't do that. We can use him, however, to generate a little bit more influence, potentially countering that malice we have. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Good job, Dmitry. You the man. Coming over to Nihal here, we do have room for predictive logistics now. This is not a bad idea. It gives us a little bit of extra science here. Probably better to get something else, though, that gives a little more. That's a huge boost for this system on science. That's also a relatively huge boost for this system on science. Nothing else to really build there, so we'll go with those and that. Let's go ahead and take our new arc for starters. Actually, how much power does this have? 362. Yeah, we can blow them up. But do we want to? Nah, we'll send them over here. We'll pull out this cheap heat right here, which is still fully capable, I think, of taking this ship out. Yeah, they should be fine. You get over there and take them out, cheap heat. You go. You do you thing. And you're going to go ahead and colonize that system just like we want. Cheap heat's going to take that ship off of our system. You are not good at long range. We are great at medium. So we're going to go ahead and work with... Maybe, yeah, we'll go with this, because we don't have anything that's going to get us specifically to medium range, and they're really, really weak at long range. At the worst, we won't destroy them, but I suspect we will. Yeah, they're gone. That's what you get. Don't be trying to invade our systems. You know better, Lumeris. We will smash you. Okay, Holy Proliferation going in Q here. Another Holy Proliferation going in Q down here on Gemini, and then Gemini is just going to build all the productions. All the productions. Temperate, fertile. That's great. So we have one temperate fertile, which will make Xeno Industrials give us 30, 40, 50, 60. Or, I can't math. 40 for the planets, another 20 for temperate fertile. So it is 60. I did math right. Hey, I did it right once. Okay, so that's fine. That'll give us 60 production per turn, which is great. Hot and steriles next would probably be the best because we have 3 hot and steriles, so that'll give us a lot. That'll give us a lot. That's the answer. So we're going to go with that next. And then predictive and actually planetary transport network is useful here because we do have a source of adamantium. And then we'll do cerebral, and after that it just becomes a matter of building out whatever we kind of need, happiness, etc., etc., etc. Yeah, so that sounds perfect. I'd actually like to get Pulvis production in there pretty early so that if we need to buy stuff out here, we can do it at a reduced rate. Yes, we know our population boost has ended. Yes, we know Dmitry is leveled. All the things have been built in all the places, folks. Empire Development 4 has been unlocked. Creator of infrastructure, be the first to buy out 3 systems with influence using influence conversion, and that will give us information Black Ops. I'd actually like to go to the technology screen for that, because I want to know what information Black Ops is. Ooh, that's not terrible, actually. That would be a nice one to pick up. Ledum class ships are unlocked now. Excellent. As are Jayam class ships. So now we have medium hulls, guys. This is gonna be a blast. Let's get our fleets that are already kind of out and about doing things, though, and then we'll start looking at making some much more vicious fleets. So this leecher is going to jump in there. We have 22 available CP right now, so even when we merge these 2 fleets, it's not going to be capped out, or anywhere near capped out. Where's our fleet that has the hero on it? It's right there. Okay, so the hero is still not landed, which is kind of sad, because we would have liked to have moved him. The scanner is free to do what it wants now. I'm going to go ahead and just set it to auto-explore at this point. Just go find stuff for us, bud. You got this. This is an additional cheap heat, so we'll just send it over here to reinforce that fleet. And once all that is done, I mean, honestly, I feel like maybe we just want to move these guys here and get going with this. I think this is a good idea at this point. Get our invasion and leecher fleets over here draining down Gyna, and the hero can catch up. He can get over there with the additional 3 invasion fleet ships and catch up. That's gonna be it for this turn, but we could take a quick look at our new hulls. I think that would be a very good idea. So we have the Giam class, Hunter Medium, and the Ledum class. So if we look at the Giam, and my first goal whenever I get a new hull is to try to build something cheap, right? I want to build something that I can mass produce a whole bunch, and that's going to be really, really solid even doing that. Ooh, railguns are so pretty. I love railguns from a conceptual standpoint more than an actual usefulness standpoint. So I'm going to go ahead and start with a beam on here, then add a laser. That's going to give us a nice mixture of medium, long, and short range. I actually really like the range profile provided by that a lot. Now you'll notice, even though this is our hunter ship, which is supposed to be our medium damage ship, we only have 2 weapon slots. We have this 3rd slot that does share a support slot, so that's something to consider. We have a lot of defense slots here though, and that actually surprises me, defense slots not being as useful in my opinion. Okay, so if we do that, we are basically perfectly balanced on defenses. Let's go ahead and add a little extra energy defense in there, because we tend to see more long-range damage from energy weapons, I feel like. And then we've got 3 support slots left open, including one that could potentially be a weapon slot here. So we could start by just going bam and getting some real nice movement on there. I don't think that's necessarily a bad idea, but I think it's worth considering. Would we be better off doing this, having a little bit less movement, using our hero to boost this fleet? This is absolutely a fleet that you want your hero to boost. Your medium ships, that's the fleet you want your hero to boost. And because we have so few weapons and so much Hyperion, we can even consider doing something like this, where we use our actual Hyperion weapons. You can see our damage goes up quite a bit there. In fact, let's do a quick comparison. Let's see. Is it actually even worth the damage? Yeah, that's a sizable damage difference there. So we're gonna go with those, and on top of that, I think for this very last slot, we may add in 1 more beam, just to give us a lot of oomph from long range. Although the problem with that is that then we're 100% energy, which makes us very easy to counter defensively. However, if we decide to do something a little bit different, we could also go with railguns here, and that would give us some long range projectile damage. That does really mess with our range profiling though. Same thing here, that kind of messes with our range profiling, but it does also give us a nice mixture, and ultra-dense slugs can be used as anti-flak for missiles as well, which is a really, really nice potential outcome. I think we're gonna go with this, not so cheap heat, because we did use some Hyperium on this. It's gonna cost us 10 Hyperium per ship. That means if we were to produce, well, these are 3 CP though, and we have 22 CP available, so we can get roughly 7 3 CP ships into a fleet. It'd be 70 Hyperium per fleet. That is actually kind of expensive when you think about it. So maybe we don't do this just because we can mass produce these a lot cheaper. Yeah, we can mass produce these a lot cheaper. It's still gonna cost some titanium because it is a medium hull, but that's okay. Not so cheap heat looks great now, let's go with that. And then let's also come in and make ourselves a nice little coordinator here. The coordinator, surprisingly, having 3 weapon slots also, but one of them is shared with these fleet modules. We do actually have access to fleet modules already, that's excellent. So fighters, not as useful in my opinion as bombers. Bombers are great against large ships and things like that. One of the things we're always gonna wanna do here though with our coordinators is put some projectiles on for flak. They're absolutely meant to be flak. Infactually, let me go look at the not so cheap heat because I want to reconsider something. Yeah, let's take this off and add another beam here to get a little more damage. The reason we're gonna do that is because with our medium hull coordinator here, we absolutely want to put our flak on it. So we're gonna call this not so cardboard. Not so cardboard shield. Aw, we ran out of room. Okay, so we'll just call it not so cardboard because that's entertaining. So for this one, we're gonna give it projectiles here just to provide some extra flak for our units. Could potentially go 2 projectiles. In fact, we should put that in that slot though, not a support slot. Give it a movement boost. We're not gonna put 2 on there because we didn't put 2 on our attack ships, so it won't really help with the movement that much. What we will do though is look at what wonderful things we can do with these other support slots and fleet slots. I feel like bombers are a good way to go here. Bombers being very, very strong. 2 antimatter per ship in order to get a repair and an increased chance to be targeted. That's actually kind of appealing to me. Like, I think that's actually a really, really reasonable thing to potentially put on there, but I don't know. I don't know, guys. I hate using strategic resources for stuff like this. Like, it just, for some reason, it bugs me. Definitely want at least 1 repair module on there. I think we'll do it in this case because we don't produce as many coordinators as we do other ships. Although, we could also just do a repair module and use those extra slots for defensive modules, because this is the ship that's going to be taking all the damage when we go into combat. Yeah, I kind of like that. I actually like that a little bit more, and it keeps them a lot cheaper, which means that if we throw them away in combat, it's not the end of the world. Let's go ahead and throw a beam on there just for good measure too, so they can contribute a little bit of damage even at longer range. Yeah, I think that's good. Not So Cardboard is ready. Unfortunately though, that is all the time we have. Oh, look at that. Ah, beautiful. Dilation Singularity on Gyna. Thank you, Riftborn. You are the real OGs. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to go ahead and give us a like or subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time. Bye!